be advised that the 5 women whose files I'm holding weren't gang members or hardened, and unlike most of the inmates in this facility, they had no prior criminal history, no rap sheets. Essentially, each of these women were the girl next door. At some point, they became so enraged, they killed. My question, why? Why did the average woman commit murder? No, finding the answers won't help them, but it can help other women, perhaps prevent those in similar situations from making the same life-altering choices. You've read my request. As my proposal indicates, all I am asking is 6 weeks. If you'll allow me a 6-week study, I am confident I'll get answers. My plan is to uncover the source of their destructive behavior. Pardon me? It absolutely matters. Every year we're locking up mothers, sisters, daughters. Again, I ask why? No need to concern yourselves with what it will cost the state. It's a worthwhile investment. In fact, so convinced am I that this study matters, I'm willing to conduct these sessions at my own expense. Yes, you heard me correctly. I'll do it for free. Now, do we have a deal?
I'm standing in front of Meg Murphy Correctional Facility for Women. Inside is noted psychologist Dr. Erin Oakley. Her 6-week study within the confines of this institution has just been approved by prison officials. You recall Dr. Oakley was criticized by many community leaders, suggesting that these women have no future. Therefore, they feel that the study is a waste of taxpayers' money. We'll keep you posted within the coming weeks on any new developments. I'm Libby Galt, reporting live with WTR News. Dr. Oakley, how do you feel about your victory today?
No comment.
Did you get the chance to meet with the inmates you'll be working with yet?
No comment. Again, no comment.
6 weeks, 5 inmates, 1 psychologist. I repeat, 6 weeks, 5 inmates, 1 psychologist. I don't like this scenario. Simply put, I smell trouble. I don't like it. Don't like it. Okay, seriously, what's going on? Hey, keep it down in here.
Damn, Mommy, and I thought I had a problem.
Why are we here?
It's supposed to be some kind of study when I did not ask to be in.
I don't recall asking to be here, period. I wonder whose idea.
Some politician, no doubt, must be close to election time.
It's like all that baby kissing crap they do. Gotta look compassionate, bottom line, anything to get the vote.
Man, nah, this ain't got nothing to do with who's running for office. I'm willing to bet they're behind it.
What? They who?
Her kind, white people, the masterminds behind this whole little party, the ones running this joint. It's like they get some type of sick thrill out of seeing us sweat. As a matter of fact,
What are you doing, Michelle?
I'm looking for cameras. I wouldn't be surprised if, yeah, they watching us right now.
Paranoid.
Ooh, paranoid. That's a mighty articulate word for someone of the trailer park trash status. I ain't trying to take no opinion of no white
I've
chick.
never lived in a trailer park, alright? And if I have, so what? It's no secret, Michelle, that you think white people are responsible for every problem that's ever existed. How about you look around? We're all in the same boat, wearing the same uniform. Reality check.
Reality check.
Cute.
That is real cute. The same girl running around here claiming she don't remember drowning her own baby. Girl, let me give you a reality check. Word is, you not only remember, but you knew exactly what you were doing. You probably got off on it too.
Stop it, Michelle! You have no idea what you're talking about. I loved my daughter.
Clearly.
I don't remember drowning
Ladies,
her.
please, Michelle, this is pointless. We get it. You upset? Join the club. None of us want to be locked up. Why are you taking it out on Heather? She is not responsible for our living arrangements. She's stuck here too. Got her own problems. The only break some of us get out of our cell is 1 hour a day. This little extracurricular research, or whatever they call it, buys us more time. And I don't know about the rest of you, but I welcome this get-together if it will get me out of that cell. You know, you don't have it in you worse than the rest of us. As a matter of fact, I trade places with you in a heartbeat. Life in prison beats death row, hands down. I don't blame Heather or anybody else for being in here. blame me.
Yeah, well, I still say that they're the reason that we're here, all right? And Heather is one of them. Man, this is nothing short of a circus act. They knew what they was doing when they put us all in here together. They knew. That's why they did it, hoping that we
Is
would
that
just
what
go.
you think, Michelle? A circus act. If that's the case, why give them what they want? Why stand here and do exactly as they expect you to do? Perform.
And because I can't.
Good evening, ladies. Great, if that's your attitude, I won't bother wasting my time.
What do you want from us?
For starters, why don't we all introduce ourselves? I'll begin. I'm Dr. Erin Oakley. Feel free to call me by my first name, Erin.
Yeah, I could think of a few other names.
Erin will do, thank you. Ladies, I'll be talking with you over the next 6 weeks. This is strictly voluntary, which means, although I have selected each of you, you're at liberty to pass. Ultimately, this is your decision. Should you opt to participate, I look forward to working with you.
Wait, they're working with us. What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that
Oh
mean?
my gosh, can we continue?
Yo,
Ladies,
Angela, always got something to say.
This is not why we're here. You have every right to ask questions.
Thank you.
Short answer, what I meant by working with you is I'll be talking to each of you individually and as a group. We will be exploring the circumstances that landed you here and evaluating what you could have done differently.
All right, so Doc, tell me, what is the point? We still gonna be in here until we die.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, ain't nobody talking to you, girl.
Do that.
Okay, all right.
I'm here to help you ladies, but I'm gonna need your cooperation. Do you understand?
Yeah, we understand. We understand you trying to be all up in our business. Except for at the end of these little meetings, you get to go home and be paid for your time, while we simply continue to serve time.
She's got a point. What's in it for us?
Fair question. I assumed that would be of concern, so I did my homework. There will absolutely be incentives for your participation. Where do I start? First of all, you will all be getting an extra hour a day out of yourselves due to our sessions.
Nice. Well, all right.
Secondly, I heard the food in here isn't exactly the best.
You ain't lying about that one.
It's disgusting.
Precisely, and that is why you'll be having catered food and refreshments at all our meetings.
I don't see any food.
Yeah, girl, you don't see any food because she's lying. Man, don't y'all get it? She think we stupid, just like them. They so corrupt, they brought this little white chick in here to be our ringmaster. Yeah, with all that education you got, you ain't even smart enough to see that you're the one that's being played.
Is that what you think, Michelle? Ha! A ringmaster. Wow, that's a first, but you are entitled to your opinion. Let me clarify something. The reason you don't see any food is because the catering starts tomorrow, our official first session. And please be advised, I have never called nor considered any of you stupid. I thought we would use today as an indicator of your interest in working with me. See if you had the guts to revisit your choices, the compassion to help another, what was that word you used again? Chick? From making the same mistakes and possibly ending up in here too.
Dang, why you gotta be all up in her face?
Excuse me. All right. Ladies, let me explain something to all of you. I'm here because I want to be. No one forced me. No one is playing me. And it's not the consequence to a crime that I committed. In fact, I am not even being compensated for my efforts. So either you're willing to work with me, or you're not. In which case, I'm sure there are plenty of other inmates that would be quite happy to get an extra hour a day out of their cells to talk.
Un momento. Should we go, chicas?
Count me in.
Sí, yo también. I want to do it too. Okay, me too.
I'll do it if Michelle will.
I'll do it, but I won't be disrespected.
And that is fair. Neither will I. Today was my first opportunity to put faces to the names in these files. Interesting. Considering the future of these women, less than promising. My goal for today was to get introductions and assess their commitment. Was it accomplished? Not I did get one name, however, Michelle. She didn't volunteer it, but still today was productive. I have my work cut out for me when it comes to gaining her trust. Somehow her anger is not consistent with what I've read. There has to be something missing from her file. She's non-trusting, defensive, and bitter. I am convinced prison life can alter a person's character, but to what degree? She may be quite an asset in finding the answers that I'm seeking. Anyway, tomorrow is our first official session. Hopefully I'll get all the introductions at that point. Inexplicably, I would feel so comfortable having the cuffs removed. Somehow I believe these particular inmates have already done the worst they'll ever do. I don't feel threatened. Call it intuition, call it experience. Let's hope I'm right.
Dr. Erin, the reporter from WTR is here. Wait right here.
Let me go.
Oh, I know who she is.
She says she's here to interview you.
That is not true.
Dr. Oakley, can I please just get 5 minutes of your time? What's the point of your study? Are the inmates volunteering or are they being forced
Take
to
a breath.
Please. Dr. Oakley, I'm not asking these questions for me. The public has a right to know. Don't you want media coverage?
I am not doing this for publicity. Thank you so much, ladies. Have a wonderful day.
Then what are you doing it for?
Looks like your job is as difficult as mine.
Some days, yes. What's she hoping to accomplish with these sessions?
Your guess is as good as mine. Wait right here.
The public has the right to know. The public's waiting to hear what Erin has to say. What's she doing here? How much will she be paid? We all want answers. Starting with why she chose this place. It's as she acts as if we're invading her space. Will they share what happened in their lives? Will 6 weeks really be enough time? These women represent many lives. Mothers, daughters, sisters, aunts, and wives. The public's waiting, yet I can't get one word from her. I'm just doing my job, but I won't be deterred. The public's waiting, anticipating. There's no debating. The public's waiting.
Feels good to be out of that rat hole.
Oh, tell me about it.
She crazy as hell.
Hey, Charlie, do you think, maybe Dr. Erin might be able to help me if I tell her my story?
Goodness, here we go again. Did anybody hear the doctor say she was a lawyer too?
I know I didn't.
Lord have mercy.
Really? Now let me break this down for she's a shrink. All right? Understand? Comprende, mommy? She's here to pick our brains. She don't give a crap about us. We're like her little guinea pigs, her little lab rats. And do you think she's coming unprepared, Heather? Let me answer that for you. No! She already knows your sick little nasty story. And you think the two of you supposed to have some type of connection because you're the same race? Not. She probably looking at you right now, thinking
Thank you for starting the meeting for me, Michelle. Sorry I'm late, ladies. I got tired of talking to your warden. She wasn't too comfortable with the idea of you all being unrestrained.
Unrestrained?
I managed to convince her it will be fine. Please don't prove me wrong. In addition to Officer Kathy, there is plenty of security on standby if necessary. All I need to do is say the word. Although I'm sure I won't need to. Right, Michelle?
Dang, she's bugging. Girl, I mean, why you always singling me out? I ain't no different from these other little jailbirds, all right? I just don't keep stuff bottled up. I say what I mean and I mean what I say, and that's really all there is to it.
Fair enough. Uncuff them. You.
Get your crazy ass up.
Michelle, I am not your enemy. I hope at some point you'll be comfortable enough to trust me.
Yeah, all right, you don't have to touch me.
Oh, freedom.
Do we have a problem? Dr. Aaron, you let me know if you need anything.
Okay, no problem, mommy. Permiso, Dr. Aaron, y'all got anything to eat up in here? Because I'm starving.
Of course I do. First, let's all introduce ourselves, and afterwards you are welcome to help yourselves to the food.
Well, works for me. My name's Taylor and I'm an alcoholic.
My name is Charlie, and I'm not an alcoholic, but I have whatever she got her hands on.
My name is Bianca Martinez, and I love the law.
Girl, are we giving Sunday morning testimony or introducing ourselves? Let me know.
My name is Heather, and I shouldn't be here.
Shouldn't be here. Girl, if anybody should be here, it's you.
No, I really shouldn't be here.
And shut up, all right? My name is Michelle, and I'm tired of Heather BS. All right, give it a break, okay? Give it a break.
Why don't you give it a break? Why are you starting it on Heather? We've only been in here 5 minutes, yet everything that comes out of your mouth is a put down.
It appears Michelle has quite a bit going on inside. I am sure it has nothing to do with Heather. Feel like talking about it, Michelle? That is why I'm here.
I thought you said after the intros we could eat.
Precisely.
I did. The deal's a deal.
Oh.
Hey, Dr. Aaron, did you mean it when you said you were here to help us?
Why, of course I did, Heather. Is something wrong?
Yeah, everything's wrong.
You can say that again.
Michelle, you're just kidding. If you don't feel like opening up, that's fine. But please don't interrupt anybody else. Now, what's wrong, Heather?
Okay, I shouldn't be here. No, really, Dr. Aaron, I don't belong here. I'm not guilty.
Oh, Heather, let me be honest with you. I am not here to weigh in on your guilt or innocence. You've already stood trial. The evidence, the jury...
No, they were wrong. They could be wrong, you know? Just like they were wrong about Charlie over there.
Threw you under the bus.
Charlie, what is she talking about? I remember something did not add up right in your file.
No disrespect intended, but I'd rather not get into it.
Why not?
Because talking about it is not going to take it back. And it makes me sick to think about it. I mean, I deal with it, but it hurts.
What hurts?
You really want to know?
Of course I do.
I've been in here 15 years, Dr. Aaron. 10 of those years were for a crime I didn't commit. I was in the population when I was first locked up. I kept telling anyone who would listen I was innocent. I did not kill that man. I was arrested and put in a lineup. And during my trial, they said there was an eyewitness who identified me. How could someone identify me when I didn't do it? It turns out I fit the description of the woman who did. It's crazy. Same height, build, and complexion. The whole 9.
The devil's always busy, girl. He comes to kill, steal, and destroy.
After 10 years, she turned herself in and confessed. Can you believe it? It took her all that time to feel bad about me serving her time. me being away from my family and my son. My attorney was on his way here to give me the news in person.
About her
It
confession?
was the news I had dreamt of hearing for a long time. I just wish I knew he was coming. I wish he had told me over the phone the minute he knew. Because there was something in the air that day. Everybody was in the yard. We were all on edge. And anyway, one of the guards was beating the crap out of this girl who'd only been here 1 week, accusing her of stealing something. And that girl kept screaming, "I didn't do it. I didn't do it." And I believed her. But that CO would not listen. He took it to the next level. He beat her viciously. Right there in the yard. And that girl kept screaming, "I didn't do it. I didn't do it." And I believed her. And I couldn't stand to see her being treated like I had. Paying for something she didn't do.
Charlie lost it.
It was crazy. All I could think about was how I was being beat down. The same way by a system that didn't protect me. Didn't listen to me. How many times had I told everybody I didn't do it? And without so much as a thought, I grabbed that club and I gave that girl a taste of his own medicine.
Charlie's so good at it.
Bianca, who told you about this?
Everyone in here knows. I mean, I came in years after it happened. It was one of the first stories I heard about. It's old news. The other guards subdued her. But in the minutes it took them to get Charlie off of him, she hit that guard over 20 times. She killed him. Everyone said it was an overkill.
And this all happened on the day you were supposed to be released?
The very same day.
That's why I tell you, Chicas, we have to put on the whole armor of God. No one listens.
I went to trial again and was found guilty. I got death row. You say these sessions last 6 weeks, right?
Correct.
Well, unless there's a miracle, I will not be here for the last week. I'm sure you've heard I've got 5 weeks until I fry.
You're trying to make an example out of Charlie because that guard she killed left 2 kids behind.
And was white.
What about my son, Dr. Aaron? What about my son? Never thought there'd be a day I'd have to leave my son. It broke my heart to walk away. His life had just begun. I told the world I didn't kill that man. They locked me up, that's when my nightmare began. 10 years later, a woman revealed what I tried to convey. She grabbed a knife and stabbed that man and killed him on that day. Finally, they realized they were wrong. They were wrong. They came to tell me, but they took too long, too long. I saw God be If only I had known.
It is in this room that Dr. Erin Oakley conducts her sessions with the inmates. 3 times a week group sessions and twice a week one-on-one sessions. Our sources tell us that at least 2 of the inmates are on death row. Dr. Oakley will neither confirm nor deny, citing doctor-to-patient confidentiality. We'll keep you posted with the details as they are made available to us. I'm Libby Galt, reporting live with WTR News.
Hey, you okay, Mommy?
Dang, girl, you slurping that stuff down like it's pipe. What you got in there?
I propose a toast.
A toast to what?
To us.
To 2 weeks straight of catered food. No. Let's toast to something a little bit better. All right. Let's toast to all the sexy men we dream about. Starting with Michael Ealy.
Oh, he's
I say Mario Lopez.
He's fine too. No, but what do you even know about Mario Lopez? Miss Holier Than Thou.
Nina, I may be a Christian, okay? But I am still a wolf.
Amen, my love. Mario Lopez, he's a little young for me. I was thinking more along the lines of Idris Elba. Wait. And Channing Tatum. Honey, I will open my legs to that one.
Personally, I like them both.
To all the sexy men.
Hey, what about you, Mommy? I know there's someone you dream about at night.
Yeah, it's probably Elvis Presley.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
I'm sick of you. But I doubt you dream about your little, what was it, Michael Ealy?
Yes.
Yeah, you probably dream about Taylor.
What did you say? I know she didn't say what I think she said. Hold on.
Oh, you heard me. I said Taylor. I mean, I thought you 2 were an item, the way you're always going around kissing.
Oh, no, she didn't. I told her, hold this, sit down. I'm going to take care of this. Is this something you want to say?
I said you and Taylor always
Just let her out, please. Listen, sit down. No, you ain't got no problem. None that can't be solved. That's a promise. You're dealing with the wrong person on the wrong day. For real. No, you're dealing with the wrong person on the wrong day.
Thank you all.
Crazy?
Kathy. Thank you. The ladies are fine. This is unacceptable, ladies. You 2 are out of line. This is the first time sessions like this have ever taken place in a prison. It took some major negotiating on my part. There has never been in the history of this correctional facility or any other a study of this type. Convicted murderers, some serving life sentences, others on death row, in a room together unrestrained. You're all eating catered food at every meeting. You think this was easy? Hardly. They don't care about you. They want you to fight and act like the animals they claim you are. I know better. You're not animals. Don't make it appear that way. Don't ruin a wonderful opportunity.
Michelle, sit down.
You better watch yourself, Casey Anthony.
Sit down.
Thanks for your vote of confidence, Doc, but maybe we're not accustomed to anything good happening to us. In the past few weeks, you've kept your word. You've done everything you promised, and I've had my doubts. We all did. But I've been thinking, something has got to be wrong with us to do the things we're convicted of.
Something evil. You know the devil comes in many disguises.
I'm not a devil.
The devil is a liar!
There is nothing evil about any of you. Granted, your crimes were severe. You took lives. Crimes have consequences. And you ladies are living those consequences every single day. Still, that doesn't make you evil, especially not if you've changed. Let me ask you something, ladies. If you all had the chance to do it all over again, would you kill?
No.
Just as I suspected. If you were all truly evil, you'd be all saying yes. Why the tears, Heather?
Because I don't remember killing my baby. It makes me sick just to think about it. I'm sure you know what taking a child's life means in here.
That's what it means. I mean,
Oh, what, something's up?
you listen.
How would you feel, huh?
You just tell your story.
How would any of you feel if you prayed for a child with everything in you, and then finally when your wish came true, you felt depressed about nothing, about everything? You couldn't bond with your own baby, couldn't handle what's supposed to come naturally to you as a woman. No strength to nurture this life that you begged God for. And one day you hear your baby screaming and screaming and screaming at the top of her lungs for you, for her mother. But instead of helping her and holding her, you just black out. That's all I remember, Dr. Aaron. I blacked out and I was charged with murder. No one understands that I'm grieving. They didn't even let me go to her funeral. I'd give anything to hold her again. Anything! You hear me?
Is she okay? As the good book says, we're in the last days.
Man, last day's mine.
Michelle!
Man, she killed her own baby, yo. She wasn't crying that day.
Michelle, tell me, why do you think she did it?
Man, I know you don't. You the shrink, all right, Doc? That's your job.
You seem to have all the answers here. I'd be very interested in your take on this.
You know what, Doc? Squash this, all right? Because you ain't gonna have me in here crying all over the place, boo-booing and looking crazy like ever. When in all actuality, don't nobody care.
Calm down, Michelle.
And I'm sure she misses her little white baby. But if having a baby was really all that to her, why was she just up and
Our
killed?
Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
I'm not praying.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, now and forever. Amen. Hey! Where did everyone go? Man, these people need Jesus!
Man, people never cease to amaze me, especially white people. I mean, it's bad enough she got to kill her own baby, but then she got to lie about it and then try to make us believe the lie. Girl, she blacked out. Really? I mean, Dr. Aaron should just be straight up with her and tell her that she messed up. Hell, we all did. But we ain't trying to find loopholes, though. I mean, take Charlie. Charlie said I went too far. I lost it. I killed him, bam! I mean, that's really all I'm talking about. Just be real. Step into reality. And then we got Bianca. She swears she is Mother Teresa. Spending all her time in the Bible, wearing her little rosary around. Girl! You are in here for murder! It's too late. You should have thought about being a saint when you was out there, right? And then, I don't even know what to think about Dr. Aaron. I mean, who in their right mind, who doesn't have to be here, want to be? If it was me, you couldn't even pay me to ride past. Yet she claims she's not being paid to help us. All right, that's cool. But she thinks she analyzing me. She thinks she gonna get me to break down like Heather and look all crazy. She got another thing coming. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna start pulling some of that Hannibal Lecter stuff from Silence of the Lambs, Jodie Foster went in there thinking that she was gonna pick his brain and see what made him tick. And he ended up getting her whole life story. Now that's what I'm talking about.
You know, this is the third time Dr. Erin left us alone while she talks to the warden. She actually trusts us.
Girl, trust us. She must have forgot the name of this facility. This is McMurphy Correctional Facility for Women, honey. This ain't Myrtle Beach.
You could say that again.
Look, who needs trust when they've got guns, guards, and cameras strategically placed?
Here we go again.
I mean, sure, they give us a little decent grub, some little wrist freedom, but that does not mean that they trust us.
Okay, well, Dr. Erin seems to at least care.
Oh, yeah? I would seem to at least care, too, if I was getting paid like she getting paid.
Well, she said she's not being paid for talking to us.
Oh, really? Well, you know what? People say things that are not true all the time, Heather. You, of all people, should know that.
What's that supposed to mean?
Yo, check out that ring she always rocking in here, right? Prancing up in here like she just stepped out of Breakfast with Tiffany. You can't get no ring at that and no Forever 21. Am I playing or I'm playing?
You know?
I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet my last dollar. She probably getting mega paid.
Nah, my gut tells me that Heather's right. It's not just a job for Dr. Erin. Sometimes you gotta give people the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, Michelle, you even said that she's not like those other people.
Yo, shut up, Taylor.
Hold on.
Talk too much.
You never trusted anyone, Michelle.
Look, I'm not saying I ain't never trusted anybody. I've trusted a few people before, and that's when I learned better. Because it's once you start thinking that people give a damn. They,
No. Some people in this world are legitimately trustworthy.
oh, is that right? You know, with all the crap that you've been through, I'm surprised you can even form your mouth to say the word trust.
Actually, Proverbs 3 and 5 says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart. Lean not unto thine own understanding, but all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path.
Yes! Girl, you good at these Bible verses. I'll give it to you, you know, but the last time I checked, the he that they are referring to is referring to God. And the last time I checked on that, Dr. Erin, she ain't God.
All right. Well, maybe he is working through her, using her as an instrument, a vessel. Michelle, the reason why your insults don't affect me is because I know it's not you. It's the spirit in you.
Listen, Bianca, let me leave you right there, okay? I ain't never in the mood for none of this. Hi, ladies.
Hi, Dr. Erin. We were just having a little discussion.
I love to see you girls communicating.
Dr. Erin, do you believe in God?
Bianca, I don't discuss my religious views. It would be unethical. I am interested to listening to anything you ladies would like to talk about. And I can say, however, I can't imagine doing what I do if it weren't for whatever my beliefs are.
Oh, God bless you, Mommy. See, I knew there was something special about you. See, you know there's a God.
I plead the fifth.
But you know, amen.
Yo, amen. Look, I am beyond sick of all this religious crap. Y'all give God too much credit. I mean, where was he when we were locked up, huh? Where was he when Heather killed her baby?
Shut up, Michelle. Watch it.
There will be a 20-minute intermission.
Ladies, I'd like to try something a little differently today. I want each of you to tell me your greatest accomplishment and your greatest fear. Please stand.
Well, that's easy, because y'all know my greatest accomplishment is giving giving my life to God.
Here we go again.
And my greatest fear, spending my life in fear.
Well, you better get used to that, honey. Welcome home.
Heather,
Oh, my greatest accomplishment was having my baby. And my greatest fear is that I'll never see her again.
Don't worry, Heather, you'll see her again.
No, she won't.
Taylor, accomplishment, got my GED. Fear? Nothing.
nothing.
Yeah.
Are you being honest?
Yeah.
Somehow I find that a little bit difficult to believe.
Look, she said that she fears nothing. What do you want her to do? Lie? Say what you want her to say?
No, I want honesty. The same thing I wanted from each of you these past 4 weeks. I want you all to take an honest look at your lives, your decisions, true reflection.
And you know, Doc, I think that's pointless, all right? Because we still gotta be in here until we die, no matter how much we reflect. I mean, why don't you give us something that we can actually use? Why don't you show Charlie how to deal with what they're about to lay on her, right? I mean, let her know that she can die with some type of dignity.
There is no dignity in being executed.
Is that what you fear the most, Charlie? Dying?
Dying doesn't scare me, Dr. Aaron, but the reason I'm dying and what they'll remember. My friends and my family and my son. I'm afraid of what they'll remember about me.
And that frightens you more than dying?
Without a doubt. You ever been listening to the radio and you hear song after song after song? But for some reason, the one that sticks in your head, the one you hum all day, is the last song you heard. It's the one you remember. That is my greatest fear. I fear that no matter what I've done good in my life, having my son, taking care of my mother while she battled breast cancer, putting my life on the line for somebody I barely even knew, it's all going to be forgotten. Because the last thing on their minds, I murdered. Served time, I was executed. That's what they'll remember. What kind of legacy is that?
Man, I feel you,
No
Charlie.
offense, Michelle, but you have no clue. Heather may be the only person in this room who understands what I'm going through. You all are serving life. With us, we get death. Big difference.
Hold up, not as big a difference as you think. You're gonna die after serving your time. I died before I came here.
Man, what is wrong with y'all? Come on, is everybody in here crazy?
I'm talking about life and death. Before I came here, I was in a marriage that killed my spirit.
Man, Jesus.
At least you said his name. I was in the kind of marriage that makes me appreciate this tone. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Maybe it's just me. But I was brought up to believe a man should never put his hands on a woman. Never! It's not like I was perfect.
No one is.
But I didn't deserve to be a punching bag either. God. You know, at first, he would only hit me if we had an argument. So I learned to avoid arguments. But then he started hitting me if he had a bad day at work. I made excuses. Blamed his job for his anger. If they just stay off of his back! But then he seemed to always be disappointed with me about something. Why couldn't I get our dog to stop barking? Why wasn't his food hot? Was he at the bucket ready? I'll heat it up. It's like I was his punching bag or something. I mean, how many times did I tell him? Jose, wait. It's not my fault. Ow! Let me fix it. Ow! I begged him to please stop. a waste of my breath. The only time he seemed to get it was when I finally became a mirror reflection of him and gave him what he so unrelentingly gave me for years. I had it up to him! No more. I did what I had to do. I took care of my problem. When I was in court, they asked me if I had any regrets for killing my husband. I told them, sure, I had regrets. I regret not killing him sooner!
Dang, girl, you said all that? Shoot, you gonna rot in here.
So are you.
Oh, honey, you better check your mouth, all right? Because I'm not Jose, and that's what you don't want to believe.
You really don't.
Killing your husband was self-defense, if you ask me.
Well, you know what, Heather? She didn't ask you. All right? I mean, and everybody got a story. Everybody has a past. But check this part. She said she killed her husband. She didn't say she blacked out.
Now that I know better, I wish I had blacked out. Maybe then I wouldn't be here.
It smells good in here.
Delicious. Dr. Aaron, did you make it?
No, I don't cook. Vegetarian pasta. I hope you guys like it.
Love
Oh, yeah, it's real good. It's just missing one little thing. One tiny ingredient. Meat.
Michelle, I will make sure to have meat in our next meeting just for you. I'm a vegetarian. I guess I'm the only one.
Oh, no, I'm a vegetarian, too.
That she remembers.
That must be very difficult in here. I had no idea, Heather. All right, ladies, let's get down to business. We have quite a lot to cover and only a week and a half to get through it.
A week and a half left? Wow, time flies.
Actually, we have less time than that with us all together. Charlie's execution is next week, so she won't be with us.
And I
Oh my
wonder
God.
why I can't stand white people.
I'm so sorry, Charlie.
It's okay, Heather. You're just stating a fact. I'm okay.
Okay, let's get started. Taylor, I still haven't heard your story. Why are you in here?
Well, it's not like any Lifetime movie like Heather's story over here. It's simple. I was just helping out a friend. I believe in ride or die when it comes to friendship.
Continue.
She was my best friend at the time. Her name was Jordan. I was at home minding my own business when she called. She was all upset about her boyfriend. She said she knew he was cheating on her. She found an earring in his car.
Maybe it was his sister.
He didn't have a sister. Anyway, she just wanted to, like, you know, follow him, try to catch him doing dirt. She knew he'd recognize her car. And since I had a new Ford Focus, she asked me to drive.
And you said yes?
I felt uncomfortable about it, but she was my best friend.
You know that uncomfortable feeling was the Holy Spirit trying to warn you, girl.
I followed where she wanted me to go. I waited for him outside his job. When he finally came out, we followed his car. Jordan was crouched down in the back seat. Just keep an eye out from you, okay? Yo, that's okay. Right. Just like she suspected, he went into this woman's house who he worked with. I said, there. Now you know, let's just get out of here. Jordan wasn't having it. She was all hype. I want to see the look on his face when he finds out he's busted and she jumped out of the car.
Then you should have left.
Straight off the cheetah, she
I
got
caught up with her. And she knocked on the door and this chick answered. It was a trip. Jordan pulled out a gun and said, I should just bust the cat in the door. Stop!
Yo, let her finish.
I didn't even know she had a gun. And that chick had balls. Who makes a move when someone's aiming a gun at their head? She pushed Jordan down. Somehow they got into a tug of war over the gun. At first I was in shock. I was just standing there like a zombie. It all happened so fast and then the gun fell so I picked her up. Should've touched it. But then I was hype. I had all the power. I was just gonna, scare her, threaten her so she'd get her hands off Jordan. I put my finger on the trigger and I just yelled, let her go! It went off.
And you killed her?
No. I was scared. My hand was shaking. I accidentally killed Jordan, my best friend. So I knew I had to kill that chick in Jordan's honor. I was just trying to help out a friend. Nobody was supposed to die. You killed two people. You want to be the third.
Have a seat. If I'm ever in any kind of trouble,
No.
don't help me. You.
I think you're right. That's not Lifetime, girl. It's bigger than that. That is Oscar-winning material
Lord is my strength. Of whom shall I be afraid? No one. Nothing. I ask God to be with you. I ask him to give you strength to take away any fear you might have. I also ask him to protect your son. Thank you. Please remember, you will not be alone tomorrow. He is with you. He loves you. Be at peace and surrender.
Surrender?
Surrender to him and everything will be okay.
How do I surrender?
You start by thinking A, B, C tomorrow. Accept, believe, and confess. Trust me, he holds nothing against us. No thoughts, no mistakes, nothing. As long as we surrender our lives to him. I want you to have this. I'll miss you, Charlie.
Man, come on, what's taking so long, man? Why don't they tell us something? God, what's taking so long? So stupid, man.
No news yet? This is a difficult day for everyone.
The worst.
I agree.
I pray for her. I pray she doesn't forget what I told her.
I wonder what she's thinking about.
Her son!
I pray for him too.
It sucks! Yo, come on, they're about to make a statement right now.
Convicted murderer Charlie Turner has just been executed. There were 6 witnesses present, including her father and her son. Time of death, 2 p.m.
Yeah, death when they do it, huh? Murder when we do it.
The prison chaplain, Father Nicholson, read her last rites. She was asked if she had any last words. She said, and I quote, "To my father, I love you forever. To my son, I love you dearly. I wish I had made better choices. To the family of the guard that I killed, I am truly sorry for taking his life. Just as the first bolt of electricity was administered, she said, and again I quote, I surrender."
Hallelujah! Charlie's gonna be just fine. Thank you.
No, it's hard to believe it's been 6 weeks already. These group sessions and our one-on-ones have really given me even greater faith.
I'm gonna miss the food.
And you too, Dr. Erin.
I wish Charlie were here.
I know. The last week was very difficult. I know you felt very close to Charlie.
Hey, Dr. Erin, you think you can ask them to, work with us another 6 weeks?
Oh, honey, I wish I could, but that's impossible. They are going to start bringing in these teens that are headed down the wrong path in monthly. I suggested that all of you speak with them. At least you'll get an extra hour a month.
Is it that, Scared Straight show?
No, it's a new program. They're calling it McMurphy Mentoring. You girls will all be instrumental.
Cool. Let class begin. Is it catered?
I hope so.
Me too.
I am not good with goodbyes, so I'm simply going to say thank you for sharing, ladies, and please take good care of yourselves. I arranged for you all to get an extra hour today because it's our last meeting. Please tell Michelle I missed her. I'm going to make sure she gets the extra hour as well. Thank you. Heather, I have some good news for you. Come over here.
Oh my gosh.
When I filled out an application
application for this job, I had no idea. No idea. A lot of messed up women in here. Okay, a few good ones who made some bad decisions, maybe got a couple of bad breaks, but the rest of them, messed up. There is never a dull moment here at McMurphy Correctional Facility for women. That's why it was pretty cool to see Dr. Erin come in here with a plan. A positive plan. Still, she picked the wrong place to do it. Most of the women in this institution, hopeless. And there is no hope for the hopeless, which means she's wasting her time. Listen, when you deal with people on a day-to-day the way I do, you get a sense for the ones who are put on and the ones who are sincere. Dr. Erin is sincere. Too bad she picked a prison and these hopeless inmates to care about. She wasted her time. Why did she come here? It's way too late. If she thought she could change these girls' lives, she made a mistake. 'Cause I understand what she tried to do. She chose the wrong place. All the evil these inmates have done cannot be erased. If I had a choice, I'd be gone. If I got hired for a new job, I'd move on. But the doctor, she came to this prison and got no pay. If you asked me what she accomplished, here's what I'd say. She wasted her time. Why did she come here? It's way too late. If she thought she could change these girls' lives, she made a mistake. If she thought she could change these girls' lives, she made a mistake. If she thought she could change these girls' lives, she made a mistake.
There is nothing to be confused about. You were expecting some complicated and scientific conclusion to my study, but it's not complicated at all. 6 weeks ago, I had no idea what to expect. The interesting part is that any of these women could have been you or I. We've all been hurt. The only difference is the way they responded to hurt. They didn't plan for negative circumstances. If you'd allow me to finish, people, and in this case women, need to be trained early on how to deal with anger, disappointment, pain. It has to start when they're children. I'm writing a book that will address this. It's called Positive Choices to Combat Negative Feelings. We have to all start by saying things differently and practice utilizing restraint. Sure, I'll give you an example. How many times have you heard someone say, if he or she cheats on me, I'll kill him? Exercise, meditate, write, seek therapy, pray, whatever it takes. Just don't react in the moment. And don't subconsciously prepare for negativity when something hurts. No, I didn't have a breakthrough with Michelle. She's hurting way too deep for 6 weeks to uncover. Whatever she went through is intense, and coupled with Charlie's execution, just too much for her to handle at this time. I did give her tools, though, in our one-on-one sessions that she can refer to in the future, and I plan on visiting her periodically to check up on her. Wait a minute. Let me retract those last few statements. Although Michelle didn't share her story, she did have a breakthrough. When? When Charlie was executed, she felt again. When she's ready, she'll share.
I wish I had said something meaningful to Charlie before she died. I would have told her how much I respected her and how much I had learned from her. If I could, I would have gone through it for her. It would have been like taking a trip. Yeah, I've taken trips before. Not the kind you all are used to. By train, bus, or car. No, I'm not talking about those kinds of trips. I'm talking about the trips I used to take whenever my stepfather was in one of his moods. You see, when my mama left my daddy, she said that it was for the best. She said that she had fallen in love with some man who was going to take great care of us. I wanted to stay with my daddy, but I was too young. I was too young. She said that I would grow to love him. She said that he was nothing like my daddy, and that was the problem. He was nothing like my daddy. She would always say, black men are no good. Yeah, that was her favorite rant. She never protected me. She would go to work, and she would leave me with him. She would go to her stupid classes, and she would leave me with him. So that's when I started taking trips. Yeah. Trips in my head, just to take away whatever he was doing to me. And that's when I vowed that I would never trust another white person again. Yelba, I guess the joke is on me, huh, Charlie? Man, you really know how to keep a secret. And you were the only person that I trusted in here. If I hadn't looked in the paper and seen that your son was half white, and after all that crap that I gave Heather right in front of you, yeah, but I can just hear you now telling me that Heather has nothing to do with my problem. Hey, you're right. Because Heather didn't hurt me. He did. Hey, you know what? You were also right about Dr. Erin. Yeah. She's a pretty cool chick for a white woman. Oh. She's a pretty cool chick, period. Yeah. You know, we talked about a lot of things during our one-on-one sessions, and things just started to make sense. And she inspired me. She inspired me to be a better person, and so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be a better person while I'm in here. Because despite my past, the fact that I've changed, that's what I hope they'll remember. I was too young to be touched that way, screaming in pain, still screaming today, tongue in my mouth, hands on my thigh.
could I? I'm only a child. My mother's your wife, took my innocence and ruined my life. I'm only a child. My mother's your wife, took my innocence, so I took your life. I was too young to be touched that way, screaming in pain, still scream today.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present the cast of What They'll Remember.
First of all, I want to take a moment to thank you guys, our audience, for coming out. We have been so fortunate to have 10 weeks of a great run. And I'm just so honored to have you guys come and experience it with us. Now, before we move further, I just want to take a few moments to introduce a few people to you. If we could just give thanks to our bartender, Kenny, and our lighting the hostess with the mostest, and the host, Gary, and my daughter, Naja. Also, the lovely lady who took your tickets, that's Sophia. Before I move further, I just wanted to point out a few people here. There are some ladies here, and I don't know where you are, but they're with Anchor House, which is for rehabilitation, and they are really an inspiration. Are you ladies here? Yes, we are. And Brittany Richardson, are you here? Can you raise your hand? She's working with young women from Africa. Anything that encourages. In order to put on a production like this, it's more than just the people you see out front. There are people behind the scenes, and I just want to introduce the two of them. One of them, she is the stage manager, and she's working tirelessly backstage, making sure they have their props and they're in place and blah, blah, blah. Her name is Rhonda Withers. And the other person, this young lady has worked with me. This is the second production she and I worked on together. And she was studying under me, but she's an amazing writer. She works for her church, and she just inspires us. Like myself, when I can't lead the cast in prayer, I know I can call on Imani. Where are you, Imani? I just got to say something because I have family here. I'm the writer-director. My name is Enrica. And I love this audience. The Sylvesters who continue to support, Rue's crew, I call them Rue's crew. Everybody, all of you all, we thank you. But I have family who flew in specifically to see the play from Detroit, my hometown. And last but not least, this was a vision of mine. Did you all enjoy the show? If you enjoyed the show, I want you to know that I wrote from my heart, and I'm very fortunate that my parents taught me early on that when you meet people, you don't know what they've been through. You have no clue. And that's why we have to constantly inspire. If someone doesn't have a smile for you, give them one of yours. And so I was inspired to write this because I tend to want to be the voice to people whose voices aren't always heard. And when I wrote this, I had a vision. And the vision was to put together a cast that would be just amazing. And I had so many young women come and audition for me, and just some great actresses. But you just kind of know it. If you're a writer or a director or anything, you know what I mean. You know when the right person walks through the door. You know? I love music in addition to theater, but I don't write music. And this young man has played on Broadway for Memphis. He's played for Holla If You Hear Me. He was hired for Dreamgirls and for Chester Gregory, the story of Jackie Wilson. He also is a pianist over at the, I believe, 4-time award-winning Brooklyn Tabernacle. He's my son, Andre Chess. So with that said, I just handed him a script, and I just put a little asterisk. I want a song here, and I want a song here, and he composed music that fits the script. So with that said, we thank you again from the bottom of our hearts. If you would like to, I'm going to continue. We hope to do this show again, either at festivals or some other things, because I think more people need to see it. But also, I'm continuing with a new script that I'll be auditioning for soon. And if you'd like to make a donation, you can see a fee in the back, whether it's $1, every little bit helps. I also have a payroll. These women aren't free. So thank you again. Have a great evening, and we look forward to seeing you.